Hello, in this lesson we'll talk about Russian nouns, basically about gender of nouns, and also we'll talk about cases. Because I said in the previous lesson about pronouns, I said I have to explain you about cases if you don't know all Russian cases. Like I said, we have 6 cases. So, but we'll start from genders. And I go read a little bit. So, the gender of nouns plays an important role in Russian grammar. It's very important to know the grammatical gender of Russian nouns because the forms of adjectives, pronouns, adjective-like words, and past tense forms of verbs depend on the gender of the noun they refer to. It's hard to build even a simple phrase in Russian without knowing the gender of nouns. Gender of Russian nouns has no substantial and well-grounded explanation, and it's not really an easy topic to talk about. But anyway, I'll try to explain you very briefly so you can figure out. And the basic rules to determine grammatical genders of Russian nouns are, and now let's see. So masculine. Masculine nouns usually end in a consonant letter, or и краткое. It's a и краткое. It's not I, it's и краткое. So again, masculine nouns usually end in a consonant letter or и краткое. But like I said, it's a basic rule. We have a lot of exceptions. So next, feminine. Feminine nouns usually end in a or я. For example, деревня, which means village, or let's say краска. Краска means paint. It's feminine. And neuter. So neuter nouns usually end in o, ye, o, yo. So o, ye, yo. So talking about endings. Like I said, it's only basic rule. We have a lot of exceptions. Let's say, for example, for neuter, солнце, the sun, or окно, window. It's a neuter. So now let's talk about cases. We have 6 cases: nominative, genitive, dative, accusative, instrumental, and prepositional. Nominative. And they go in a certain order. It's not like nominative, preposition, accusative. No. They go in a certain order. So nominative, then genitive, then dative, accusative, instrumental, and prepositional. Also, I can say how it sounds in Russian language. So, именительный падеж, nominative case, genitive, родительный падеж, dative, дательный падеж, accusative, винительный падеж, instrumental, творительный падеж, and prepositional, предложный падеж. Падеж means case, prepositional, предложный. So now I'll read just basic information how, for example, if you don't know anything about what nominative case is, and to watch my lesson about pronouns, maybe for you it will be difficult. So let's get started from nominative. Nominative case is a set of word forms in singular and plural, the basic function of which is to mark the subject of sentence. Genitive case. The genitive case is a set of word forms in singular and plural, the basic function of which is to show a possessor, like the English preposition of like talking about this preposition, like of, in the phrase the book of the student. So dative case. Dative case is a set of word forms that are generally used to show the receiver of the action, like the English preposition to, in the phrase they are giving this book to Anne. Again, used to show the receiver of the action, like the English preposition to, in the phrase they are giving this book to Anne. Accusative is a set of word forms which usually marks the object of the action, like the English word letter in the phrase he's writing a letter. So you do something like he's writing a letter. It's a marks the object of the action. So you mark the object. Next, instrumental. Instrumental case is a set of word forms the same, which usually mark the means of the action, like the English preposition with, in the phrase he is writing with a pen. It's not only one preposition, it's a lot of prepositions for each case. It's not only of for genitive, only to dative, etc. Okay, and the last one is prepositional. Prepositional case is a set of word forms which usually mark the location of the action. The prepositional case word forms are used in Russian only together with prepositions about, in, and at. So, like I said, only with about, in, about, in, and at. So, and also in my blog you can see more examples about each case and more information. And this lesson was, like I can say, it was like a first lesson before we'll start to talk about declensions of nouns. If you know genders, like how to detect genders, masculine, feminine, and neuter, and about cases from nominative to prepositional, then we can start our next lesson about declensions of nouns. So thank you for watching, subscribe to my channel, and have a nice day. Goodbye.